Shelby, let's talk about some of these numbers. So the biggest number that kind of jumps out to me is the homes active on the market. We're down 33% in inventory. We feel that every day, but that's a big number, especially when you compare it to this time last year when we thought we had low inventory. So what are you seeing on the inventory out there?
Yes, so definitely less inventory whenever you look versus this time last year. New homes, are popping up every weekend, but what we're noticing with those homes is they are going under the market quickly. The days on market has decreased versus this time last year. So definitely just with the, reduction in inventory, if you see a house, pretty much as soon as it goes up, you need to reach out to your agent and get into that house as soon as possible, because just like you were sharing earlier, the home that in 24 hours had over 60 showings, that was a beautiful home, but it's not the exception to the rule in this market. So really just having to be aggressive and be quick. It's fast paced, like you said, so you have to move at a fast pace as well. The days of being able to go view a home on Saturday and sleep on it, for a couple days and think about, what you're going to do. That's not the nature of the market that we're in. So you really are having to make a decision before you start looking about, are you ready to enter the market and, compete to buy the home?
Yes. Those clients of ours that have traditionally been let's go look at it, and then I want to go home and pray about it. We're advising those folks to pray on their way to look at the house, right? To
yes,
go ahead and get that prayer done and go from there. So inventory is tight, which means moves quickly. And then once you make that offer, one of the interesting statistics is the percentage of sales price to list price, what that's looking like. What are you seeing on that right now?
Yes. So versus just January of 2021 compared to this past January, the percentage of list price has increased. So January last year, on average, the homes were selling for 98.8% of list price. Fast forward to just last month, homes are selling on average 100.1% of list price. So the days of saying, let's start at 15,000 under, that's not today. And especially, you just have to consider that whenever you're thinking of your price point. If you're pre-approved for 350, we're going to want to, cap that search at 350. We don't want to start looking at 375s and hoping, that we can get, the price for less than the asking. In this market, it pretty much is, for the most part, that the asking price is a starting point. So that's important to remember whenever you're going out and looking at homes, or whenever you're just browsing online, as far as your budget, because homes are selling. And think about it. The average is 100.1%. We're seeing homes sell for a lot more. And if homes are selling for less than asking, it's typically because a variety of reasons. Maybe needs updating, maybe was overpriced to begin with, maybe the location is up and coming, so those are things to consider too. And also, if what you're wanting, is updated and pretty much light and bright, you have to consider that those aesthetics and that design style is most popular right now. So that's what most other buyers are looking for.
Yeah, that is really hard for a lot of us to wrap our head around, that the average list price, sales price to list price is over 100%. Those of us are kind of old school. We used to, go in and make offers and, see what, but now, you've got to, it's like the list, like you said, the list price is really kind of a starting point for a lot of homes right now. Average being over list prices is, I think that's probably the first time in the history of Greenville real estate that we've seen that. So that is a startling realization, I think, for a lot of folks. So what does that mean for, all that being, taking that in consideration, the low inventory, the high pricing? Some people might say, you know what, Shelby, let's just wait. Let's forget about this right now. Let's put it off. What would you say to those folks who want to kind of wait out this market and see what happens?
I have people that I talk with, and we may start looking, or they're just, they put in their search criteria and they see that there really aren't a lot of homes. So, they may express that. And my answer to them is always, it's a great time to buy still. It's just competitive. Mm-hmm. So we just have to be creative in the way, that we structure our offer. We really have to get rid of our old ways of thinking in terms of, the contract and things that you ask for,